sologamy, sologamy. She's widowy sowagaming on the wickwop.
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together.
It is marrying yourself. Self-marriage. I guess that's the thing we're doing now. Actually, the famous supermodel, Victoria's Secret supermodel, Adriana Lima, she did this in 2017. It was like this whole performative thing that she was posting on Instagram. Like, look, everyone, I love myself so much because, you know, it's so difficult to love yourself as a Victoria's Secret supermodel that I'm going to marry myself on Instagram to prove how much self-esteem that I have. It's the ultimate glorification of narcissism and then this huge explosion of individualism, this focus on the individual that we're seeing in culture now, which absolutely disgusts me, and it will be the detriment to society. It's like, I'm gonna marry myself because I love myself so much.
It's all about me.
See, I'm making this pledge. I'm never gonna have any self-esteem issues again. That's not how that works.
We interrupt this program with breaking news.
Self-love is fake. That is not a real thing. The truth is, you and I could never love ourselves enough. It is impossible. If you're a Christian, then you understand that. We will never be able to love ourselves. We were not created to love ourselves enough to ever be enough. And Allie Beth Stuckey has an entire book about this, so this is not like my original idea, but she did such a great job of talking about how we are never enough, and that's okay. That's the title of the book, because you have Jesus. That's where you will finally be fulfilled and all that kind of good stuff, okay? But to make this whole video not like this whole religious thing, I'm just going to say this. The people that are doing this is for attention, and it is not a real thing.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I'm so ugly, right?
No.
Stop! I'm literally not even wearing makeup. Don't gas me up.
If these people were given the opportunity to marry a real person, if somebody in real life of the opposite sex, maybe even same sex, but just regardless, if somebody was romantically interested in them, do you think that they're really gonna be like,
oh, I'm so sorry, I'm married?
No. And there's no benefits to this. This is how you know these people are full of it. There's no legal or financial breaks or things that you get from marrying yourself. It isn't real. There's nothing legally binding about this. It's fake.
The wedding was spectacular. I had about 15 bridesmaids all dressed up in different colours, and we all processed through the Pavilion Gardens dancing to Kendrick Lamar's I Love Myself. My dad gave me away, and my friend dressed up as the Pope. He took me through my vows, which I'd adapted from Christian vows for the singular.
With this ring, I me wed.
The delusional people who are seeing people do this online and being like, you go, queen. This is so inspirational. We're so proud of you. They are saying that because they're like, this means so much more than just telling your therapist, I really love myself. I'm going to do better. I'm going to take more care of myself, blah, 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 blah. To post online that you're marrying yourself and you're committing to yourself, that just holds so much more weight than just plain old therapy.
Been in therapy for a couple years, but consistently, child, of you. We tell the truth and put the devil to shame. Some days I was missing.
And gosh, I could do an entire thing about how much I loathe therapy culture. Before you freak out in the comments and yell at me, I am not saying that therapy is bad and people shouldn't go to therapy. I am just saying that there is a obsession and it's like a crutch. And sometimes I feel like people get into therapy and it's like an excuse to just always like wallow in their bad behavior. It's like this free-for-all pass to just be like a crappy person. That's what I feel like.
I've decided therapy sucks.
I also can't stand therapy culture has created this like sense of I know what's best. Anyone who says otherwise is like the devil. And speaking of being in therapy, none of these people who are saying that they're marrying themselves are actually happy. They're probably on 3 to 5 SSRIs and they're miserable.
It's Valentine's and I took myself out alone.
They're miserable. They probably, you know, think the world is ending in a couple months, Greta Thunberg style. Because they're in a rut in their dating relationship, they thought, this is what I'm gonna do that's like gonna be some kind of like cool proclamation of love. But guess what? You're still waking up alone.
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 Alone. Alone.
Now you just have an embarrassing Instagram post to go along with it. If I were scrolling Instagram and somebody I'm interested in, I look at their feed and, a couple years prior, they had posted that they were marrying themselves and all this. I couldn't unfollow somebody fast enough. Huge red flag. Anyone supporting this red flag, you're all a bunch of narcissistic liars who are creating more problems than good.
You don't love nobody. You love your own self. Somebody love you.
Self-love isn't real, and sologamy especially isn't real. Sologamy is something that belongs in the grocery aisle, not the wedding aisle. It belongs on a charcuterie board, and that's my thoughts on that. Everyone can agree that a woman doing this, obviously all of it has a certain level of ick, but a woman doing this, there's like a level of ick, and then if a guy were to post, I'm marrying myself because I love myself so much, that level of ick is so off the charts, it would probably be illegal to post in at least 3 countries. Remember when Carrie Bradshaw did this in Sex and the City? And it was all because she wanted to create a guest registry so she could get a new pair of Manolos.
I wanted to let you know that I'm getting married to myself. Oh, and I'm registered at Manolo Blahnik. So thanks. Bye.
If I were going to do this, I definitely would put Manolos on my registry. Let's say my best friend is a sologamist. She's getting married to herself. 1, she'd be blocked and reported. But 2, I'm going just so that I can say, object!
I object!
Life is a movie. And as long as the camera's rolling, I'm starring, baby. And the double standard on places like TikTok about this. People post this and, if they're liberal pretty much in their political beliefs, it's like, oh yeah, queen, self-love, like blah, 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 like, your worth, you go girl. But if a conservative trad type of girl, for example, tried to post a video in her little prairie dress holding a chicken with her little bandana on, if she were to post and be like,
I love America and I love my chicken and I marry myself. And the chicken is my witness.
The comments would erupt with people being like, this is psychotic, you bigot, I bet that chicken's racist. It would never get the same type of support as when a liberal woman does it. Do you like jazz? Do you like this channel? Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, follow Real Alex Clark on Instagram. I love you, mean it, bye. That's what I say in my podcast of Spillover, so I shouldn't say that here. And I'll see you next time, bye.